Hi, this is Rhonda Creamer, and I'm here doing my discussion post over internet safety. So our first question was, using information from the provided resources, why is internet safety so important, and what is your role as an educator in teaching internet safety to your students, and how will you use this in your classroom? So, and one of the things that we had to read, it talked about how school presence already has like a technology thing in place. And it's like thinking back, like at high school, that was the only time I had technology. We didn't have it in middle school and elementary like my school district does now. And me and my parents had to sign paperwork. So our school already has stuff in place. But it also mentions it says, for an individual classroom teacher with a web presence, if your school does not have a formal policy in place, it would be wise for the teacher to have one on their own and have it supported by the administration and having your students and parents sign the agreement. I think this is really smart, especially if maybe you're using something that your district doesn't use, and so you have something already set up and in place for protection. I think that'd be really wise. How would I use technology like this within my classroom? I think it's hard for me because I mainly want to focus on preschool, but I also know I would be willing to do kindergarten through second grade. So when I try to bring some of these assignments down to preschool, it's difficult for me because my students like that I think of now, I work with special education, and like they're really smart. They know how to figure out some of the stuff on the iPad, but to use it for education purposes, sometimes it's harder. And so when I think to preschool wise, I don't know how I would use this in my classroom. Not necessarily like the group of kids I work with now, they're not going to be able to fully comprehend what I'm saying when we're talking about technology safety. But I could incorporate that within like a monthly newsletter or something that I would be communicating with parents. For kindergarten through like second grade wise in my classroom, I could use it as using like the NetSmart website. I had watched a few of those videos, and I think that would be really smart to play some of that within the classroom and just teaching the safety of it that would be used within the classroom and our technology and with the technology outside of school. So what were your thoughts after exploring the NetSmart website? I thought this was very interesting. I actually watched 2 or 3 of the videos that it had of like the scientist, I think is the first one I watched, unless it's the name of all of them. And so I thought those were very interesting. They made it like a cartoon, which would be good for probably up to like 5th grade, and I think after that some kids may not be so interested in it. I think this would be relevant like with kindergarten to second grade, but like I said with my preschoolers, I don't think this would be something very relevant to them. It could be played for parents, and parents could show some of the higher kids, but like when I try to base it off like the kids I'm working with now, I know that this just would not be something that's for them. Maybe in a regular ed classroom, a general education, I think it would be better. A few of them may understand, like if I were to show my daughter, I think some of it would stick and some of it would she'd just be like, I don't know what we're talking about, like, but that's a cool little cartoon. So I thought that was very interesting. Thank you.